Hi guys. Okay, so Bree and I
Hi.
are going to be explaining to you the new compensation plan, Fast Start program, and what some of the pink and blue status bonuses are for you. We hope to clear up any kind of confusion and answer your questions by going through it like this. So I hope this is helpful. All right, we're going to start off with white status, and Bree is going to explain to you what the requirements are for that and how you get paid.
Okay, so white status right here, you see right here it says status, and then personal retail sales are your personal sales that you've sold. So either something that you've sold to somebody else or something that you've purchased for yourself. You're officially considered a white status presenter once you hit the $125 mark right here. Okay, so once you reach that requirement, you'll see that that little box is filled in with a white line. Okay, and then you will start to make 20% off of your sales. So whatever that 125 is, you're going to make 20% off of that in commissions, and you will make 20% off of that until you hit yellow.
Okay, and we get paid every 3 hours. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you what yellow status is. Yellow status here, well, you see it's yellow, is $1,000 in personal sales, and these are considered accumulative sales. So that means that yellow status could stretch over 1 month, it could stretch over 5 months. Whenever you hit $1,000 in your own personal sales, you will hit yellow status. And after you hit yellow status, you will then be receiving 25% in retail royalties in your commissions. And then you will never go back down to that 20%. From then on out, you will then get 25% on all of your sales that you make through Younique. Okay, and then we're going to move on to this is the Exemplary Presenters pink and blue status, and this is really the sweet spot of the company and when things get started.
Okay, so once you hit pink status, this is something that starts over every month. So unlike white and yellow, this is not cumulative. You won't go back down past yellow, just to keep that in mind. But you won't get paid pink or blue unless you hit these requirements. So if you see here, it says the personal retail sales for pink are $250. So that just means out of the $2,000 right here that you need for the entire month, you personally have to sell at least $250 of that lump amount. Okay,
and that's what we would consider called qualified.
Yep, and that's what is considered qualified in order to get paid off of your downline. So in order to hit pink status, you and your team together have to reach $2,000 in wholesales within 1 month, and one person, where it says one right there, where it says qualified first level presenters, that means one of your personally enrolled have to at least be qualified white status. And again, to be qualified white status, they have to have $125 for that month.
Okay, and then here's the pay.
So here is the pay. So you see at pink status, once you guys fill up all those boxes and hit your requirements, you're going to get paid 25% of your personal sales. So for example, let's say that you sell $500 out of that $2,000, you're going to make 25% back in commission off that $500. And then where you see it says 3% right here, you're going to make 3% off of your total team sales. So your total team sales for pink status have to be at least $2,000. So you're going to make 3% off of that, and that's going to be paid to you in a lump sum the following month on the 8th. But let's go back. The 25% right here, you're going to get paid that 3 hours after every sale that you make.
Okay, and then moving on to blue status. Blue status is very similar. It works a lot like pink status. It's just a step up. You will start over at the beginning of each month with 0 sales, 0 company sales, and between you and your team, you have to do 4,000 in company wholesale sales for blue status. And then 2 of the presenters on your team need to be qualified at least white status. They need to be qualified at their color status. And then you still have to have that $250 in your own personal sales to be qualified. You then get a bump up in pay. On the 8th, you would get 4% on your entire company sales for blue status instead of 3%. And that extra percent definitely makes a difference. And that also includes your own sales. So that's not just, so if you sold $1,000 and your team sold $3,000, you are going to get that 4% on that $4,000 on both of those combined. So that is not just on what your team sold, that's on your entire sales. So you're getting that extra 4% even on your own sales.
We're going up to green?
Yeah, let's do green.
Might as well go up to green. So green is like not, it's the other sweet spots. Pink is like when you start earning money on your downline.
Green I always refer to as like reality.
Yeah, green is like reality when you can start making like a full-time income from working this business. So where you see it says $500 right there, that means for that given month, you start off at 0 at the beginning of the month, you have to have at least $500 in sales in order to get paid your green royalties, okay? And then you see right here, $10,000. That means you and your company combined have to have at least $10,000 in company wholesale sales. And I just want to mention that wholesale sales are the sales after your commission is taken out. So if you want us to explain how to figure that out later, we can go ahead and do that and make a video for you guys.
Well, you could do it simple, $1,000. You would take 25% off of that. So
and add that.
Well, you would add that. You would add 25% to that. So if you wanted $1,000 in wholesale sales, your retail sales have to be $1,250.
Right. There you go. She explains it better than I do.
I didn't think about it, though. It's hard when you put on the spot.
Right. And then right here, right under that 10,000, it shows 3. So 3 of your personally sponsored or personally enrolled have to be qualified at their color status. So if they're white status, they have to have $125 in sales, yellow status, $125, pink, blue, $250. And then this is where it gets kind of confusing for people. And this is what's called your circle sales, where you see the 2,000. So if you lean over, you look over, it says circle wholesales. Bring that over. $2,000 is everybody on your team. I guess it's different for when you hit orange. So how would you explain circle sales for green? Everybody on your team who is not green, okay, you have to have at least $2,000 in sales if you don't have an elite under you.
So I could be green status and I could have an elite under me, and say my company sales were like 17,000 and I had an elite under me, which means I had a green status under me. So I'm green and she's green and our company sales are like 17,000. Well, at least 2,000 of that has to be my girls that are not under her. Okay? So they have to be my sales and the rest of my team's sales. It cannot be girls from that green status's leg on down.
Right. So for example,
same thing with orange. It has to be, you see it bumps up to 4,000 in company, what do you call it? Circle sales?
Circle sales.
Well, so Bree is orange status.
Right.
And so that means her team does 20,000 or more in company wholesales. And I'm green status under her. Bree's team has to have at least 4,000 in sales that is separate from my line down.
Perfect. You explained it perfectly.
It's better when you actually know people.
Right.
It's hard to make up an imaginary person.
Right. Oh, so, okay. So once you hit that, green is $500 at least in PRS, personal sales. And for a circle, for a team of wholesales, you have to have at least $10,000. 3 people who are qualified, and then $2,000 in circle sales. And then when you get up to green status, you get another pay raise. So you're going to be making 30% off of your personal retail sales. So say your sales are $1,000 from yourself, you're going to make 30% of that, and that is what's paid. You get 25% of that paid to you within the 3 hours. And then the 3% of that, or what am I thinking? I can't think. 25% you get paid right away. And then
later.
The 5%, the extra 5% will get paid in a lump sum with your royalties. I had a brain fart there. I'm sorry.
Because you have to qualify as an elite. You have to qualify with that 10,000 in company sales or above before they will pay you as that status.
Right.
So they hold that 5% in your own personal sales until
the next month when you get paid your royalties. And then you get another pay raise. So you're now going to be making 5% off of your entire team.
So on that 10,000 or more.
Yep, on that 10,000 or more, you're going to be making 5%. And then on your circle, if you have another green or an elite under you, you'll make 3% off of their leg. Talk about orange.
Okay, so orange status, still very similar to green status. Just like blue was, it's a bump up. So you have to qualify at $500 in sales every month. Your team has to do 20,000 or more in company wholesale sales, and you must have 3 presenters underneath you that are qualified. You also need to have an elite. You see how it says 1 down here? Okay, so that is for, it actually says first generation, okay? So first generation elite. So that would be if for Bree and I, Bree is orange, I am green, I am her first generation elite, and she has to have one of me, she has to have 1 green to be orange status. And then her sales outside of my team's sales have to be at least 4,000 for her to get paid as orange status. At orange status, she's going to get 30% in sales commission, and like we explained with green status, she gets that additional 5% on her own personal sales paid on the 8th with her royalties. She will get 5% still on her entire team. Well, no, not on her entire team. She'll get 5% on her first generation.
Her first generation.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. And then she will get 3% on my team's sales. Okay, on her green elite status leader's sales, she will get 3%. Okay, so on 10,000 of her team's sales, she gets 3%, and on the rest of it, she gets 5%. And then this additional 4% here, second generation royalties,
would be if Stephanie would have an elite under her.
So when I have an elite, she will actually make more on my elite's team than she will off of me.
Right.
Our compensation plan is what you would call flipped upside down. And so
inverted.
You want to grow wide and not tall. And as you grow wide, you will start to get paid more on your second and third generations than you do on your first generation.
So I want to note, let's say that you're orange status, okay? And let's say in May you are orange status. And then in June, let's say that you have orange status numbers, except you didn't get your $500 in PRS. You're going to get paid as blue. They won't ever take away that status from you. They won't ever say that you're not orange anymore. They'll just pay you as blue status. So you'll make 25% on your personal sales, and you'll make 4% off of your entire team.
Same thing goes for green, blue, and pink. You have to have, here, let's go over here. You have to have these qualified numbers here you see in the top line to get paid as your color status. So if as a pink status presenter, if you don't have that 250, you will not make that additional 3% on pink status on your team.
Right.
All right, so now we're going to go into, we could go into purples and blacks and things like that, but we're going to hold off on that, and we are going to go into the bonus portion of things. I'm going to start with the pink and blue exemplary bonuses. So, for pink and blue status presenters, when you enroll someone underneath you, when you sponsor someone, and they are in their Fast Start program, which is the first 3 months after they've joined, they have this Fast Start time period. When your new recruits, your newly sponsored, are in that 3-month period, any sales that they make, you will receive an additional 8% bonus on those sales, or on their sales. So you yourself will make an additional 8% on any sales that a new presenter under you makes that is still in their Fast Start program. It has to be a personally sponsored presenter though. And you have to be qualified and paid as pink or blue status to receive that bonus. When you hit green status, you will not have that option of that bonus. But if you did not qualify as green that month and you qualified as blue, then you would get that bonus on your personally sponsored Fast Starters. Okay, so that is huge. that will increase your sales quite a bit. So recruiting is very, very important if you would like to advance with this company. And we get paid more on our downline as it grows than we will in our personal sales.
And that extra 8% will be paid to you in a lump sum with the rest of your royalties on the following 8th of the month.
All right. Do you want to explain Fast Start? And then I'll explain the pink bonus.
Okay, so Fast Start is a program that we have, and it's a lot of direct sales companies have some sort of a Fast Start program, okay? It's just to help you launch your business in the right direction and get you used to doing like the tasks and activities to help you to grow a successful business. So our Fast Start program, it starts as soon as you register, and it goes for the first 90 days. A lot of people say 3 months because it's easier to say 3 months, but sometimes there's more or less days in a month. So it's actually 90 days from when you join. So within your first 30 days, what they did is break it up into 3 tiers, okay? So your first tier is your, it's like party with your products tier, you know? So this is what needs to happen. You need to host 5 parties, and then you can host all of those parties yourself if you want on your website, and they don't have to be qualified. You just have to have 5 parties that have been opened. And then the second requirement is that you reach $500 in personal retail sales. If you do this within the first 30 days, then you're going to get $50 in YCash, and YCash is our product credit that we can use on our website for any makeup and skincare. If you earn this, if you take a little bit longer than 30 days to reach this, it's totally okay. As long as you reach it, you're going to receive $25 in YCash. So next, the next tier is within your following 30 days, and it's the share what you love tier, okay? So these are the requirements. Host 5 more parties, so that will give you an equal to 10 parties altogether between the first 2 months, okay? Reach $500 more in personal retail sales, and then sponsor 3 new presenters. And these presenters, they don't have to have any sales right now or anything, and they don't have to want to do this for the business. They can be discount buyers, but as long as 3 people sign up under you, and you reach this within your first 60 days, you're going to earn an additional $100 in YCash. And also, if you do this within your first 90 days, say it takes you a little bit longer than 60 days, then you're going to earn an additional $50 in YCash. So the third and the last tier is Build Something Great. It's the Build Something Great tier. So what we have to do is host 5 more parties. So within the 3 months or the 90 days combined, that will be a total of 15 parties, okay? Reach $500 more in PRS, personal retail sales, which with the 3 months total, that will be a combined total of $1,500 in PRS. And then the 3 people who you sponsored, help them to reach their first tier. And their first tier is the $500 in PRS and 5 parties. So if you help them to do all of that within 90 days, then you're going to get $100 in cash. It's not YCash, it's actual money onto your Younique debit card. You're going to get a Fast Start selfie trunk, and this thing is amazing. I wish that I could still earn this selfie trunk. It's so awesome. You're going to also earn a Fast Start charm to add to your shadow box, and then you're also going to be globally recognized for your accomplishments. And again, this all has to happen within your first 90 days, and I really think this is really achievable, especially how they set it up within 30-day periods. So if you do all of this, then your sponsor, so whoever you signed up under, can also earn the YCash that you earned. So for example, within your first 30 days, say you hit the 5 parties and the $500 in PRS and you got $50 in YCash, the person who you signed up under is going to get that $50 in YCash as well. And then let's say the second month, you do 5 more parties, 500 more in PRS, and 3 presenters, you're going to get that $100 in YCash, and so is your sponsor, okay? The only thing that your sponsor cannot earn is the selfie trunk if they are not in their 90 days.
And then those 3 people that you have signed up in your last leg of your Fast Start program, if they hit their first part, the party with your products level, the first tier, you will get an additional $50 in Y cash as well. So you will get those perks as their sponsor, just like your sponsor would get perks off of you reaching your goals.
Right. So by helping them,
everybody wins.
Yeah, exactly. So by helping your new sponsors, your new recruits to reach their goals, you're also going to earn the rewards along with them as well. So just like, for example, say that, you know, I'm Stephanie's sponsor and Stephanie hits her Fast Start, I'm going to earn that as well. And then say Jessica is under Stephanie and Stephanie helps Jessica earn that, then Stephanie's going to earn those bonuses as well, and so on and so forth, and it just keeps trickling down like that.
Exactly. When they first came out with this, I was so shocked to see that I earned $300 in Y cash in 1 month. I was blown away. I went on my own little shopping spree, and it was all from helping my team achieve their goals. All right, so there's another thing you can do in your Fast Start 90 days. If you hit pink status, which is the $250 in personal sales, $2,000 in company sales, and 1 qualified first level presenter. Okay, that is what pink status is in 1 month's period. So in your last 30 days, your last tier, if you hit pink status, which is very achievable because if you're going for this Fast Start, you're going to have the right numbers and you're going to have a small team. If you hit pink, you will also receive a $200 bonus.
Cash bonus.
Cash bonus. So potentially you could earn $300 in cash in your Fast Start program and $150 in Y cash and a selfie trunk.
And that's not including your royalties that you'll earn off of pink.
Yes, that extra 3%. And then if you have anyone new underneath you that's in their Fast Start program, which they will be, you will get an 8% bonus on their sales as well. Yeah. So hitting pink status within your Fast Start program is a fantastic way to give yourself a boost to your business.
And earn a lot of extra money.
Yes.
And product credit.
Here we go. All right, so I think we've covered everything. Please feel free to reach out to us and ask us questions to go over anything. And I'm sorry if we bored anyone. This isn't the funnest part about selling makeup, but it's good to understand all of this. It's very important. So please share this with your teams and new presenters and ask them to listen to this so that they have an idea of what they can do with this and they have an understanding of the different color levels.
So thank you guys. If you have any questions, don't ever hesitate to reach out to us.